Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm coming on to do day one of Junk Journal January 2024. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know if I'm going to do every day of Junk Journal January. I don't know if I'm going to film every day or whether I might do shorts or whether I might just share some pages on Instagram, whether I might just not do certain days. It really depends how I feel, especially coming off the back of a already month-long challenge and July being such a busy month for me. So if you do not know, Junk Journal July is hosted by Meg Journals. I will leave the link to her channel down below, in collaboration with Get Messy Art. If you go on the Get Messy Art website, I believe, you can download lots of different things, including the prompt list, the collaborators list, and some little freebies to work with. I took part in Junk Journal January earlier this year and I loved it, guys. This was my journal from then. There's a complete playlist showing I did not make this journal. This was a journal I owned. It's by Frosted Bramble, and I just filled it up with lots and lots of creativity, and I enjoyed it so much that I had debated doing it again this for July. Now, that journal I just showed you actually had 2 signatures in it, and I took the second signature out because, as you can see, just one signature was chunky enough and I was not going to be able to work in a second one. I haven't even done a cover for this. This is how last minute this is, but actually it might work in my favour because I'll be able to, with the pages a bit more loose, stitch and things like that if I want to. So let's get started, guys. I want today to be a kind of simpler one. And today's prompt for day one is Spark, which made me think of Spark of Creativity. So I'm going to just open this up. Again, this was made by Frosted Bramble because it's the second signature of that journal. We're going to work on this page today. I prefer working on right-hand side pages, but we're going to work on the left-hand side page today because it gives us more room. And I want to play with something that I haven't used before, which is my watercolor crayons. I literally have just opened this. I've had it a couple of years and I've never used them. So we're going to see how they work because I don't know. And I was thinking Spark of Creativity. So I have this, it's printed on fabric. It's a stamped image that I have. And kind of looks like me. Much, you know, not exactly, but my hair is messy. I do wear glasses and I do love photography. So I thought this would work. And the first thing I want to do is, let's move this. The first thing I want to do is I want to actually gesso on this page, and I've just got my white acrylic gesso. Yeah, I don't know. I kept telling myself I wasn't going to do this. I'm going to use my spatula because I want to kind of have it rough. I kept telling myself, no, you've just done Creep on June 24. You've got such a busy month in July. You've got to start getting ready for autumn and December, you know, spooky season and festive Christmas season. There we go. I don't want it perfect. So you don't really have time for this. But then that made me think maybe I need to give myself a time limit for each page and see how that works. So whilst that's drying, I then pulled out some words, which you can see. And these are all things that make me think of creativity, I guess. So first thing I want to do is I want to just spray on them all. I don't know how to use watercolor crayons, but I'm guessing it's a bit like just normal. Oh my goodness, I've dropped them everywhere. Just normal watercolors. And I just want to colour some of these in. I can't believe, what am I saying? I can't believe I've dropped them everywhere. Of course I would drop them everywhere. I mean, it's me, guys, isn't it? And I don't do well when I haven't organised myself. So I don't like doing things last minute. And yet, Creep on June, I decided 2 days beforehand that I was going to do it. And then this one, I literally decided this morning. Because of course I did. Oh, and July is, honestly, guys, such a busy month for me. So yes, but I thought I enjoyed Junk Journal January so much this year. I've never taken part before. And I enjoyed it so much, and just, oh my gosh, that's all ripped now. That's all right. I can understand what that says. I suppose getting these wet would help a little bit. I don't know why the pink has really been the most difficult one to do. Isn't that weird? Okay, let's not be too rough with them because they're not liking that. Okay, well, good to know. As I said, I've never used these before. Oh, have I not used the orange? I feel like I had used the orange, but I obviously haven't, and I want to use some orange. Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. It was a brilliant start to the year, and I definitely thought, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to do Junk Journal January. And that was before that Dreams one has kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of gone a bit ripped. I may have another one, so that's okay. Let's wet these again. I mean, I am wetting them, so that's probably not helping. But as I said, I haven't used these before, so I just thought, ah, okay. When I was thinking, do I want my watercolors? Do I want my alcohol ink pens? Do I want to use my Tim Holtz inks? And then I found these in my art drawer and I thought, okay, let's use those. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry all these and make sure this gesso's dry, and then I will come back. Okay, so they are basically dry. Basically, I say, as I just get a whole smidge of gesso on me, and I want her in the middle. And I'm thinking of having the words kind of all the way around her, almost like a box. So let's glue her down. I am still thinking that I may stitch because the pages aren't attached, guys. And although last year I didn't attach my Marguerite Miller pages either, because I had it in my head that I would like to be able to stitch them and was going to put the journal together at the end. I think I only stitched on like 2 pages. So we'll see how I feel about that. But yeah, I think I want to do 2 things. I think I want to stitch around her, and I think I want to stitch around the page. So I'm going to go stitch and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I did 2 messy stitches in purple, but I used a white bobbin so that it had the white thread on the back, because that's how the back page looked, and I thought that would work best. So now I guess we're just going to stick these words on. And yeah, I was just thinking of, when you're thinking of spark, you know, spark of creativity, spark of what might spark your creativity, what might actually make you do what you do. And so it made me think of everything that I kind of get inspired by. So I've chosen words that work for me. And I love photography, guys. I really do. It's not something I'm brilliant at all, but I just love getting my camera and going out into nature and taking lots of pictures. And it can be the most random things that you'll see the texture of something, or you'll see like a flower up against a brick wall, or something like that. Or it can be the words of a song, or a texture of a fabric, or a piece of famous art, or a book. You know, there's so many things to get inspired by. And I know that I really, really love like art and things like that. So yeah, it's often when I'm out taking photos that I think, oh my gosh, that would look great, or that would make a great journal, or things like that. But also as journalers, what can be a spark of creativity is also just our memories. And places we've been. I like to do a lot of memory journaling. That's how I use my journals, almost like scrapbooks. Not all my journals. Obviously, this is an arty type of journal, but I like to use them almost like scrapbooks. And I am going to be doing a lot more journal with me's, I think. I said that before, but I've just been so busy doing other things, and I haven't been keeping up with my journals myself. But I want to kind of show you how to do that, because obviously there's art journals and wonderful things like that. But yeah, I use mine specifically, or most of them, not all of them. I have got a video on my channel, I'll link it below, kind of explaining how I've used journals. And I want the number 1. This seems very big now, but maybe down there, maybe as a tab. I don't think this is a big enough tab. But let's have a look, because that would work quite well if the number would go on there. Yeah, so I will try and link that video below where I actually show you how I've used my journals and what I've done with them. So yes, if I'm journaling, often I'm inspired by the idea, do we want to do green? Often I'm inspired by the idea of things that I've done, or memories, or stories, or all that kind of fun stuff. So that's kind of what I wanted to, let's see if that'll go over. That's kind of what I wanted to, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Show in this piece. Sorry, I'm stretching. I'm trying to find my staple gun. My stapler, rather. Don't even know if I like the staple on that. And it's not catching that bit, really. But I can just glue that under there. So yes, that's what inspires me. When I think a spark of creativity. Obviously, you can also get inspired watching other people's work and YouTube and all that. But I'm thinking specifically of what I find. Now, I'm going to go around these in black because I like them to be outlined. And I'm also wondering if I kind of want to do something like leading or something, like a little dot or a little line. I don't want it looking perfect, because creativity is not perfect. Well, mine certainly isn't. So yeah, it's simple. But one of the things I enjoyed about Junk Journal January was, firstly, I rarely give myself time to play just in a creative, arty way like that. And I knew I wanted to do more. I don't know where the sheet is. I knew I wanted to do more just artistic playing this year. And I wanted to try new techniques, and I wanted to try different products that I might not use that often, or that I haven't used at all. So I think it's great that today I've started off with using my watercolor crayons that I have never used. You know, I brought them. I obviously intended to use them, and they've just been in my paints drawer for a couple of years probably, guys. And I'm just wondering if I want like some little dots. just to add a little bit more artiness. And I really don't want to do too much more. But yeah, one of my big types of inspiration is when I do take photos. That's a huge inspiration for me. And I also use a lot of photos in my own work. And do you know what, guys? I'm wondering if I want to put the word spark. I don't know. What I will do is I think I'm going to date it. Because I've started dating my work when I do it, so that I remember when I did it. So that's it, guys. It's not mind-blowing. It's not extraordinary. It's just a quick journal page for the word spark. Like I said, I will leave the links to Meg Journals, Get Messy Art website, where you can do this. And tomorrow's one's meant to be postcard. I don't know if I'll do that. I might do. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was a bit random and it was a bit quick and it's nothing overtly exciting, but sometimes you just want to start a challenge off slowly and simply, and then see where that takes you for the rest of the month. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be back soon with another video. Until then, wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.